Hey everyone, it's Jo, and this video is going to be a pick a card reading. As you can see, we have three piles picked out, one with Sodalite, one with Ocean Jasper, and another with Rhodonite. If you already picked a card on my Instagram or my Twitter account, then you can just go ahead and skip to your choice. But if you haven't already, I'd advise you to pause this and think intuitively and pick which one you vibe with most, which pile you vibe with most. Yeah, go ahead, take some time, pause the video, do whatever you need to do. If you're watching this video by the time it comes out, it's February 1st, and I want to tell you that Blooming Cosmos in my shop will no longer be available by the end of January 3rd. I mean, like at midnight, I'm taking the print off of my site, and it will not be for sale ever again. The original will still be for sale, but prints will never be available ever again. So if you wanted one ever in your life, now's the time to do it. Don't hesitate. Go ahead and buy it now, because you will not be getting it ever again. You will not have another chance. So go ahead and do it now. So that's all the announcements I have to make, and we can just get right into the video. Okay, so the first pile is the Sodalite pile. I'm going to move that out of the way, and we're just going to get started. So the way that this is going to go is we're going to have a spread, and this is going to be the beginning of your month, the middle of the month, the end of the month. Then we're going to have what holds you back, what propels you forward, your successes, and your failures. Alright, so for Sodalite, we have the Death card, we have the Tower, oof, and then we have the Star, which I absolutely love. I love this card, it's my favorite card. Then we have 10 of Needles reversed, Queen of Potions, 3 of Presents, and 4 of Presents. So right off the bat, the vibe that I'm getting is you guys need to shed your skin. Shed it completely off. The beginning of the month is going to be you just basically shedding off who you were and making way for who you become. And then the middle of the month is going to be basically you getting rid of everything that surrounds you and no longer fits with who you are now or in this space and time. And then the Star is going to be you finding that hope, because you just shedded everything in your life. You know, you shed yourself, you shedded yourself, you shedded people around you, your space, your energy, and now you're finding hope again and finding like inspiration and some sort of creation and abundance into going forward, going on towards the end of the month. So things that are going to be holding you back would be bitterness. Sorry, I don't know if you can see all these cards. Okay, things are going to be holding you back will be bitterness. I'm sensing kind of like a self-sabotage moment. Like, you're not gonna, how do I say this? I feel like you're gonna want to play the victim, and this is going to actually hold you back, because you're gonna be like, oh, all of this shit is happening. I'm like, the universe doesn't love me. Everyone's turning against me. But really, you're just like, you're going through phases, you're like a caterpillar, you're changing into something new and better. So this is going to be kind of like self-sabotage, playing the victim. You're also going to be kind of exhausted as well. So yeah, this is going to be rough, because you're getting rid of everything. You're turning over a new leaf. You're basically starting over again during the month of February. So that's what's going to be holding you back. What's going to propel you forward is your compassion, your kindness, your inspiration, your intuition. All these things will be propelling you forward and helping you get to this point in your time, point in the month. what you really want to focus on is compassion towards others. You might not be having like the best time, but that doesn't mean you have to project it onto others. So make sure you stay kind, make sure you have compassion, make sure you try to inspire others, be generous with what you have, even though it might not seem like much. Be generous with what you have, and that will help you propel forward. It'll also make you feel better, because kindness makes everyone feel better. Your successes, I'm out of breath, I'm sorry. I'm out of breath, oh my god. So your successes will be growth and basically reaching your goals. So during this month, it may not feel like you're accomplishing anything, but you're really making space for this moment, and this is what's going to, this is going to be the success of that. You making space is going to be you being able to reach those goals and making space for you to reach, your destination, and having that determination, and actually growing from that death space, and turning into like this new being that you're supposed to turn into. Okay, so the things that will be your failures will be your basically kind of like you kind of being in like a stalemate position because you don't want to shed. You are refusing to shed because you want control over everything. But these two cards will not allow you to have control, and this card is not about control at all. So I think one of the biggest challenges that you will have is like giving up your sense of control and actually just surrendering and not taking matters into your own hands, but realizing like, hey, I just need to let go and let whatever happen. You cannot be in control all the time, and you will probably not recognize this until this point in your time. And you just need to let go of control. It might seem like a lot, it might seem like your life is falling apart, but in all, it's really not. Another thing might be greed. It might just stem from you having everything taken away from you, so you're just like grasping on, but realize that this card is about abundance. So if it's being taken away from you, it's because something greater is coming in. So don't hold on to that greed, okay? So don't hold on to anything. At this point in time, during the month of February, I want you to just let it go, let shit go. Whatever happens, okay? So this is going to be your carefree moment. You're going to be down to earth, carefree. You're going to be generous with everything that you have. You're going to be kind. You're going to be inspired. You're going to follow your intuition and just let everything go. Let it go. You're going to deep clean your life and like Marie Kondo your life during the month of February. Okay, we're going on to Oracle cards next. If you like this deck that I'm using, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas. I think you could tell from the ghost dog. He's so cute, my favorite character. All right. So we have confidence is earned by looking at yourself without any filter, without any judgment. So this is going with the Death card. You gonna gain confidence. You're gonna be stripped down during the first couple days of February. You're gonna absolutely be stripped down. You will have no choice but to look at yourself without any filter, any judgment, and you're just gonna have to, be forced to face yourself. So keep that in mind. Then we have allow your mind to wander, hinder yourself from unnecessary answers. This is going on with control and maybe playing the victim. You're gonna want to come up with answers for like, why is all this happening to me, blah 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 blah. Let it go. Let it go. All right, and this card says strength in fragility, teach us how our vulnerability is purely a blessing. I love this card for you. If none of these vibe with you, none of these two vibe with you, this is the one that I need you to focus on. Strength in fragility, teach us how our vulnerability is purely a blessing. Again, guys, like, you guys are going to be February is going to be rough for you. You're going to lose everything. You're going to shed everything away. You're going to have like these deep moments of just like, why is everything being stripped away from me? But you need to understand that in vulnerability, we allow ourselves to just be, we have nothing else to be but us in vulnerability. And that right there, just being yourself, being who you are in the moment, because you have nothing else, will propel you forward. So that is your reading. I hope you vibed with it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, then it's not for everyone. Maybe you didn't pick the right card. Thank you guys for choosing this card. I really do hope it helps you, because it is actually like a really good card to have, despite like what it holds. So all right, now we're going to get into the Ocean Jasper pile. Pretty excited for this one. Let's see. We have 1, 2. Oh wait. If you skipped, I'm gonna explain this again. I'll explain it for the last pile as well, but this is going to be the spread that this is going to be laid out in. So we have the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, then we have the end of the month, and we have what keeps you behind and what propels you forward. Then we have your successes and your failures. All right, so we have Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Fool, the Empress, and the Emperor. Love that. Okay, and Page of Potions and the Hierophant. All right, so right off the bat, this energy is very strong. You're gonna have like a great month. This month is going to be absolutely fantastic for you. So we are starting the beginning of February with beginning. So maybe new project, new relationships that are platonic, new something. And this energy is going to inspire you. It's going to really capture your attention throughout the first couple days of February. Then we're going to go into the Queen of Candles, and this, hopefully it's on Valentine's Day where you feel this energy the most, because this is straight up dominance. I mean, like, you're gonna feel sexy, you're gonna feel confident, you're gonna feel inspired, you're gonna be funny, sophisticated, all of that good stuff. You're gonna be hot shit, bro, like dead ass. Like, you're gonna be so cool, and I'm so happy for you. And this is gonna be like really good energy for you to have, especially if it is on Valentine's Day, which is during kind of like the middle-ish of the month. So good for you on that. Then we have the Fool. So with all this newfound energy, you're gonna be like, okay, this is me starting something, me actually propelling. This is like cardinal energy for those of you who are in astrology. I'm going to propel forward. I'm going to do this determination, and this is going to end up you having adventures, something that you're going to be new to, something you're like, your newfound freedom is going to because this is what it is. You're like basically preparing for your new freedom. You see something that you want, and these two, they want each other. They're like going back and forth. So this newfound freedom that you're gonna have is going to honestly just like get you going. And so what's gonna be holding you back is the Empress, and it might seem kind of weird at first because the Empress is usually a good card, but if you look at these two, what's holding you back is going to be the Empress, and what's holding you forward, what's going to be propelling you forward, is going to be the Emperor. Now look at what we have here. We have the Queen of Candles, which is Queen of Wands, and that deals with fire energy, and fire is pretty much masculine energy. I'm not saying like you know, it has to deal with man shit or whatever, but like with being a man or whatever, it doesn't have to do with that. It's basically your masculine energy. And what I'm gonna go is, what I'm gonna say is this. You cannot be the Empress during this time, because the Empress is going, it's, for me right now during this specific reading, it is basing, you're going to be trying to base your energy on feminine energy. And feminine energy is about cultivating, you know, sitting back, laying back, having things come to you, having things flow to you, creation, whatever. The Emperor is going to be masculine energy. So this is going to propel you forward. What's going to hold you back is you being laid back, expecting things to come for you. But what you really need to do is go get it. You have to like set foot. You have to be aggressive. You have to go for what you want in order to get to these stages. So you can't just be like, okay, new beginnings, and not do anything with that. Because if you do that, then none of these are going to happen. So you need to go for what you want, get aggressive, go to war for whatever you desire, and really just, you know, bang, like just head first, basically, into the month. Always head first. What are these two doing? Head first, head first. This one actually is head first. It's leading forward, so go forward, go forward. So what's going to be a success would be you listening to your inner voice, your inner child, having like that youthfulness, being able to be like, okay, I want to go do something, I want to have adventure, I want to have fun, I want something new. You connecting with that inner child and being like, yeah, this is what I want, you having that inspiration, that's going to be your success, is you actually connecting to your higher self, to your inner voice, to your inner child, and that's going to actually help you a lot in life, not even during this month, but like throughout the year. What's going to be holding you back would be like conforming, again, just being laid back, doing what people will expect you to do and not what you want to do. Yeah, so do not conform during this time. If you want something, do it. If someone tells you no, you do it anyway. Like, but be reasonable, honestly, because, you know, this card is about keeping your head and having like some sense of stability. So you can't just be all over the place. You know, you got to keep your head. You got to be logical at some point. But do actually think about if you want to do something, not because people will tell you to do it, but if you actually want to do it. So that's a great reading, very powerful energy I'm feeling from you guys. So we're gonna go with we're gonna go into our oracle cards now. Oh, there we go. So we have overcome your concerns by embracing change. In the midst of confusion, one can also find purpose. Again, having that full mindset, just being like ready for change, ready for action, ready to start your journey, because this is like, you know, everyone's going on their full journey. Maybe this is like you starting over. So yeah. Okay, so next card we have is pour your desires all over me, take over my body and make my heart sing. Yes, this is definitely Queen of Wands energy. I love this, I love this, I love this. You are, alright, sorry my camera cut off for some reason, but you are gonna have some sexy time in your life, ma'am, or miss, or sir, or whatever you decide to go by, whatever title you decide to go by. But yeah, you're gonna have a really good time. You're gonna be like on fire. I'm so happy for you. Wow, good job, good energy. And the last card we have is water your wisdom and integrity so your vision grows and inspires others to mirror you. Wow. Water your wisdom and integrity so your vision grows and inspires others to mirror you. I think that's just enough said, like enough said. That's all. Yeah, we're moving on to the Rhodonite group. Look at this pretty, isn't it so pretty? I freaking love this crystal, or this gemstone. So I'm gonna do like what I did with all the other groups, and we're gonna go over how the spread is set up. So we have 1, which is going to be the beginning of your month, 2, the middle, 3, the end. 4, this is going to be what's holding you back. 5, what propels you forward. 6, your successes. And 7, your failures. Okay, so we have the Hangman, the 2 of Cups, we have 8 of Pentacles, Page of Candles, which is Page of Wands. Then we have Ace of Candles, which is Ace of Wands. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. All right. So I'm sensing in the beginning, you're gonna feel a bit, I don't know, unhappy with your life. Kind of, you're not really content. You might feel trapped. You might feel confined. You're just like not really unhappy. You might feel stuck. During this time, you might be like limiting yourself and not really knowing it, or maybe knowing it but like not knowing how to stop, and it's kind of giving you like a lack of direction, or maybe a kind of like uncertainty going forward. But you good thing is that you will be kind of not really moving out of that space, I'm sensing, but more so just like shifting into like a different energy. So like kind of like not really acknowledging your self-limiting or your lack of direction, but just shifting your focus onto something else, and that something else will be the 2 of Cups. So this is probably a Valentine's Day card, because I'm seeing like connection, relationships, unity, whatever. It could be with a soulmate, or like someone that you just met, whatever. Just, you are gonna have a bit of romance like during the middle of the month. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes for you. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, you're gonna be like, maybe like some determination. You're gonna be working on yourself a lot more. Maybe it's like new plans, new business plans, maybe craftsmanship, something based off like work, or like your financial status. This is what you're going to be working on towards the end of the month. So maybe you're like confined, so this is what it's going to be: confined, take a break, then go back to work. I sense that you're like kind of a really hard working person, because a lot of these things have to do with success in some sense, but like not really taking it. So let's get into that. So the things that are going to be holding you back, usually Page of Wands is like a good card to have. Let me move this up so you can see all the cards that I have on deck. Can you see them? Yeah, okay, there we go. So Page of Wands is usually a good card to have. It deals with like good news and happy times. ideas, plans, but I'm sensing that since this card is holding you back, you might be like focusing too much on like planning things than like actually doing them. And this is where we get to the Ace of Candles. And the Ace of Candles is actually like challenges. It's like accepting challenges, having the potential growth, and just going forward and actually having the initiative to do things. So I'm saying the thing that might be holding you back is that you're planning too much and not really taking action. So what you need to do is actually take action on like what you're working on, and not just keep yourself in this might be your self-limiting thing, just like planning too much and like being too in your head. You might just need to start like actually taking action and doing actual work rather than just planning everything. So now we're going to get into your successes, which will be the Nine of Cups, but in this deck it's called the Nine of Potions. So you might be having your dreams come true. This is a really good card for you for successes. But here we have the 10 of Cups, which is a really good card for successes, but it is in the place of failures. So let's look at this. So we have 9 of Potions, which is like, if you know the Rider Waite, then it's just a one man surrounded by like a bunch of cups. But if you look at 10 of Cups, it's like a family surrounded by a bunch of cups, or like looking at a bunch of cups. So your successes would be, you've achieved your goal. You might be very happy with how your life may be going. You're gonna have high self-esteem. You're gonna feel very triumphant, very confident, and you might have you might get like recognition or high acclaim based off of your achievements. But the thing is, you might be missing out on connections with others and sharing your gifts, sharing your wealth, sharing your success with others. And I feel like if you continue down this road, if you continue down this path, you're gonna end up lonely. Like, you might have a lot of money, you might have a lot of success, you might have a lot of, talents, creations, whatever is your ideal vision of abundance or your ideal dream, but no one's gonna be there with you. So I suggest that during this time, during the middle of the month, you find these connections, the people who you really like interacting with, the people who you actually love, or find someone new who vibes with you on a different type of level, get new friends or whatever it may take, so that you don't end up lonely, and so that you can share your success and wealth with other people. All right, let's move on to your oracle cards. And let's look at your cards. So we have this again: water your wisdom with integrity so your vision grows and inspires others to mirror you. I'm going to place this with this. Take action. Actually, this is right here. You need to think about like others. I feel like you're kind of being greedy. You're kind of like in this space of, I need to work hard so I can get what I want. I'm right there. I need to get everything I desire. But like, you're forgetting that in our dreams, in the gifts that the universe gives us, you need to be able to provide acts of service, include the collective with everything that you do, because everything that we do cannot be based on selfish reasons, cannot be based on greed, lust, or whatever, pride. It has to come from a space of generosity, gratitude, and just overall wealth in the sense of collective, for it to, stay, and for it to be, long and prosperous. Have like basically a forever empire. So keep this in mind. You cannot do this alone. You might be like one of those people who hate group work, but sometimes group work is a thing. You need other people along with you to sustain your abundance. Do not allow your ego to blind your soul. Offer benevolence to those who despise you. There we go. Again, you cannot do this on your own. You cannot, and in this, you cannot allow yourself to just get caught up and be like, oh, I'm on my own. All I have is me. You cannot do that. You cannot focus on yourself. You have to focus on other people every once in a while. So I'm going to place with this. You have to. You have to get other people involved in your life during this month. You cannot do this work alone. You cannot do anything. You cannot, do all things alone. You have to have other people with you. You have to have that support. Okay. Keep faith in the journey, for one day you will look back just to realize how content you are. I'm going to do this. For hard work and determination, keep faith in your journey, for one day you will look back just to realize how content you are. You might be working too hard during some of this time, and you might just lose sight during this time, kind of lose sight because you're focusing too much on I have to do, and not the I have done and I have this. You're focusing too much on what's lying forward and not what's present. Be present sometimes. Yeah, this is, again, take action, be present. Don't always look forward, don't always plan ahead. Sometimes you have to just do. So focus on what you have, be grateful, share your gifts, share your success, be generous. Have friends. Have your family. Keep your family in mind. Spend time with your friends and family. You can't do this alone. So, yeah. I hope you really do get the message. If this resonated with you, I hope that it does. But if this resonated with you, I'm glad. So yeah, so that's the end of this reading. I hope that your message resonated with you, and I hope that you continue to watch and support my channel. Subscribe if you haven't liked the video. If you haven't already, please help me beat the YouTube algorithm by liking the video. I really would appreciate it. And yeah, if this didn't resonate with you, maybe this just wasn't for you. Don't bash all readings because it maybe just wasn't for you. Again, this is just a general reading for people who picked whatever, and just, make sure that you have faith in this. You can't just throw it all away because one reading didn't resonate with you. Anyways, all my social media links will be down in the description, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.